So soy, become the motor. Pro-designed ink wrist guards, always wear them. Blizz eyewear, design, flexibility, and value. Hey folks, and welcome to another SpikeBoarding spikeboarding tutorial. Today we are on one of the all-time greatest loops in New York City. It is called Grant'sTomb, and of course that is where President Grant is buried alongside his lovely wife, together in a mausoleum at Riverside at 122nd Street, and this loop goes from 125th Street. Here's the McDonald's at 125th Street. Harlem is to our right, and those are all the new construction that's going on for Columbia University. So a little left here that we take on this sidewalk. We're going to follow this sidewalk all the way around over to the end of 125th Street where the old Cotton Club used to be. We're just going to switch carve here a little bit, and there we are at the base of the climb. The climb has a steep section and a not so steep section. So this first part is pretty vertical, and when we arrive here, we come here to do 6 repeats. That's our workout. So always arrive and just warm up that first one. We're done with our repeats today, and what you're watching Dan do is a little bit of a cool down and a little bit of an acceleration at the top, just for emphasis to show you how these things are done. But notice how he's switching very well. He's also compressing with his legs. When we climb, we do compress. Notice please the backpack, a little knapsack that's carrying some essentials, and of course a hydration pocket. You see the Camelback hose coming off the front there. It's essential stuff, folks. And of course wearing a Lycra kit. Spikeboarding athletes need Lycra kits. You're going to need to carry stuff in your pockets. You're going to sweat, and you want the clothes tight to your body. That is going to help you quite a bit. And of course, Dan has very fair skin, so cover up your skin and protect yourself from the sun. Here we are into the second section, which is a little less steep and going straight on up. Dan's making good work of it here. A little bit of compression right there, bringing that leading hip around and bringing that leading shoulder. Nice little honey pump right there, we can see. And just a little bit of added power just before the switch, and he's carrying speed very, very well. And that's the idea, to carry speed and stand-up spike, get a quick switch and keep that speed going. Notice that spike is spiking to the rear. He's got a marvelous square. He's spiking that square and then swinging it forward. Spike, swing, spike, swing, spike, swing. So spike your square, swing your square. And as we get to the top here, a little bit of an emphasis as we go to summit. And up over goes Mr. Bowen, and then goes into a one arm. Folks, when you summit, keep your stroke going. Don't let it all fall apart. One arms are good at the top, so when you get to be intermediate and advanced. There's the cathedral. Is that beautiful or what? So Sundays up here are sensational, folks. You should join us. Now let's get in and look at some of this cadence breaking. So we're just going to get down this tiny little lump that we repeat 6 times, probably once a week or so, and you're going to see the switch cadence breaking. And of course, cadence breaking requires a setup, and then you're just going to drop the foot and let it drift. This is advanced, and we don't recommend starting on pitches like this. You can go and watch some more of our tutorials, but more or less this gives you an idea of keeping your speed in check. There is no radical sliding. There is no radical anything about spikeboarding. The efforts are all made same as Tour de France racing, where you take caution on the descents. Repeat, take caution on the descents. Carry your spike in a safety 1 position. Know where that spike is at all times. Notice how he's holding it straight forward, keeping that spike, having it shoot straight into the gaps, and then he's just setting up on one leg as he would to kick, but instead of going forward, he's taking all of his momentum backwards and just trying to keep that speed in check below 13 miles an hour, so you can round that turn and jump into that next loop. He's just going to jump right up here on the sidewalk again. See how there's no pavement there. The street's getting repaved, and this is just a quick look here. We'll see how a spikeboarding athlete just gets along on a sidewalk perfectly well with anybody who's sharing it. And that's the end, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this. Spike hard, spike often, stand up spike, core out your door.